Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking time and joining the webinar today. A warm welcome to everyone. My name is Praveen, and I am the technical consultant for the Password Manager Pro team here at Manage Engine, and I will be presenting today's session. All right. This webinar is about the new and the improved user interface, which is introduced in Password Manager Pro version 9000. I know that you have been receiving email from Password Manager Pro team about the new and the improved user interface, but we thought that it would be a nice idea to have a webinar, a quick webinar, not to consume a lot of your time. All right. And since we have a few evaluators joining the webinar today, I thought of starting with a small overview of the product so they can understand the product capabilities, then some facts about Password Manager Pro, uh, and also to share you some technical aspects, navigation and layout changes, and which is done in the new interface. In addition, the procedure to upgrade to the new version, right? So this is going to be the agenda for the day, and we think it's going to be very useful, all right, and you are going to make the best out of the latest UI. Thank you. So, overview of Password Manager Pro. Okay, Manage Engine Password Manager Pro is a complete solution to control, manage, and audit the entire life cycle of privileged accounts and their access. In a single package, it offers three solutions: privileged account management, remote access management, and privileged session management. Okay, so the first important feature or functionality of the product is going to store and organize the password. Password Manager Pro is a secure vault for storing shared sensitive information such as passwords, documents, and digital identities of an enterprise organization. All right, and securely sharing those passwords and documents. This tool is built based on ownership concept. Okay, so if you add some passwords into Password Manager Pro, by default it will not be visible to any other user inside the tool, not even to administrators. So as the owner of the passwords or documents, you will decide which users should have access to which password. Based on your exact requirements, you will be able to securely share the passwords to other users with correct permission levels. Next, automatically resetting the passwords. This tool provides the option to remotely change the password of servers, databases, networking devices, etc. So using this product, you can change the password of a server, database, or networking device present in a remote location. All right, and you can also go ahead and schedule the password reset so that it will be automatically reset on every 30 days, 60 days, which will help you in achieving the compliance. The next one is going to be control access. You can centrally control and manage access to sensitive resources by provisioning password access to employees and vendors based on the principle of least privilege. Also, make use of the access control workflows where when a user requests for a password, the authorized administrators can approve it. Only then the user will be able to make use of it. So there is going to be a workflow where a password has to be requested, approved by the authorized person, and then only the user will be able to make use of it. All right. The next one is going to be launching direct connections. Passwords of remote systems and applications are stored in Password Manager Pro, right? Normally, to log into those systems and applications, you need to copy the password from this tool and paste it in the target applications and servers, right? So in order to avoid it, this tool provides an option for automatically logging into the target systems and applications directly from the web console. Okay, this will eliminate the need for copying and pasting passwords. Once again, when you do this, you need not reveal the passwords to the end users in clear text. So without having the passwords copied or without having access to the passwords in clear text, the end users can simply launch RDP, SSH, Telnet, and SQL sessions from the browser itself. And the other feature is going to be recording sessions and audit. Okay, so each and every action performed inside this product will be audited and stored as an event. Also, the sessions like RDP, SSH, and Telnet, which I explained you earlier, which are getting launched from this tool, will get recorded and stored as a video, which you can play back whenever required. Okay, so we do not purge any of the recordings, or you cannot delete the audit events. Okay, so it's going to be tampered proof. All right, and once again, these audits and session recordings will be helpful for you to achieve the compliance. All right, so this is a quick overview of Password Manager Pro. All right, so now let's look into some facts and figures. Okay, so after 10 years of development, Password Manager Pro has evolved from being a simple password wall tool to a full blown privilege account and access management solution. All right. Once again, this would have not been possible without the honest feedback from users like you. We would like to take this opportunity and thank one and all for your support and feedback during all these years, which made us understand what we are now. I'm sorry, which made us stand what we are now. Also, Password Manager Pro has earned a special mention in leading research and advisory firms like Gartner, Forrester, Kuppinger Cole, and Ovum. We get mentioned in these uh, firms' articles every year. All right. And apart from that, we have around 7,500 plus customers. In other words, 7,500 plus installations. Again, more than 300,000 plus IT admins and users across 120 countries use Password Manager Pro daily to manage millions of passwords every day. All right, and this application is available with 7 languages. So we support English, Chinese, Japanese, German, Spanish, French, and Polish. All right. So these are few facts and figures. All right. Now let's get into the new interface, or why new interface, or what you can expect in the new interface. Improved user experience. The user experience is enhanced by improving the usability, accessibility, and the pleasure provided in the interaction with the product. Once again, to improve the user experience, we have implemented rich and modern framework which embraces the flat design. The speed and the usability of the application is also one of the main reasons to switch to the new UI. Navigation between tabs is quick than before, so you need not wait while switching between the tabs for the data to load. With the new design, the data can be accessed without multiple page loads. The new design is implemented on both mobile and web platforms. When I say mobile, it's going to be Android, iOS, and Windows, all three mobile apps which is being supported by us. So these are a few reasons for switching to the new UI. The goal is to improve the user experience by focusing on a good quality content. All right. So the next is going to be the technical aspects. Okay. So we have switched to a modern web framework, and the advantages of this framework are client side rendering. Usually, scripts running in the browser produces HTML or manipulates the DOM. The benefit of client-side rendering is that screen gets updated instantly when the user clicks, rather than waiting a few hundred milliseconds, at least while the server is contacted to ask what to display. All right. The next one, URL support. Every tab or action can be created as a friendly URL, which is once again easy. I mean, the page which makes the page load very faster. Minimizes the usage of DOM. New framework minimize the documental model, so usage of heavy data will be minimized. Full-fledged templating mechanism. Here, all the static content will be kept as template, and only the values received will be produced as variables. The last one is going to be users observes to change values, which results in only rendering the values that is going to be changed. A real quick example, earlier if you add an account to a resource in Password Manager Pro, the entire page will be refreshed and you have to expand the resource to see the account added. Whereas with the new framework, you will find the account added under the same resources page. So this eliminates multiple page loads here. Okay. So these are the few technical aspects of the modern web framework which we have switched to. Okay, now let's take a look at the highlights of the new interface. Okay, so our first enhancement is to the login screen, login page. Okay, here's how the Password Manager Pro login page will open up for you. Okay, the page can be customized. You can find them under the reband in the admin section. So you can completely customize this login page. You can see that over here. Okay, so we have also added new options that will allow you to customize the login page content and color. So you can select a skin which can be changed during in the login screen. Once again, the login page description. Apart from that, you can also change the logo for both web app and mobile app. Okay, as I mentioned you earlier, the new UI is implemented for both mobile and web apps. So you can change the logo for both from here. Okay. And the next one is going to be the personalized option for the users. Okay. So in the older interface, we had an option for the users to only change the language in the personalized section. Okay. Now, whereas in the new UI, you will also be able to customize the Password Manager Pro appearance with different color themes. In addition, you can select a default tab. Okay. So by default, the tab which is going to load is going to be the dashboard. If you want, you can change it to resources, connections, or personal tab. So it's based on your requirements. All right. So you can go ahead and change your tab, and the same old option to change the language is also available in this personalized screen. Okay, and yeah, so we have revamped the home dashboard. Okay, so this is how the home screen, the dashboard screen will look like. The revamped dashboard is more refined graphic wise with appealing colors, right? So we have also done a few inclusion to the dashboard. The first one is going to be the live feed widget, which is in the right side of the screen of the picture. Okay, so the live feed is available for password audits and user audits under the password and user dashboard respectively. You can also customize the live feed widget as what specific operation should be displayed. So you will have a small of settings gear icon here where you can go ahead and enable the option what type of audit event should come over here. For example, if a account is getting deleted or if a resource is getting deleted and you want to be notified about that in the live feed widget, you can just enable that in the screen. Okay, so that's one changes done to the dashboard. And once again, the passwords in the new widget, you will have favorites and active favorite passwords and active remote sessions. Okay, so here you can see passwords which you have marked as favorite and the passwords which you have accessed recently will get displayed over here. Okay, and we have also bought another one called active remote sessions. Okay, so this will list all the ongoing remote sessions where you can also join, terminate the ongoing sessions which you wish to. So all the active RDP SSH sessions will be displayed over here. So you can either join them or terminate from the screen. Okay. So these are the enhancements which is done to the dashboard. Next, in the new UI, okay, so you see here the auto logon tab and the my passwords tab, right? Um, this is being changed in the new UI. In the home, you will see auto logon, my passwords, password dashboard, user dashboard, right? But in the new UI, you will just see password dashboard and user dashboard. Apart from that, this auto logon tab, we have removed it from the home tab and we have added as a separate tab called connections. Okay, and once again, the my passwords, the ones which you see here, the my passwords, it's going to be in the resources tab and it will be saying as all my passwords over here. So the dashboard will only have the home and I mean the password and the user dashboard. The auto logon is being removed separately and made as connections, and all my passwords it's going to be displayed under the resources. Okay, so next, let's see uh, the alignment of the header, right, with three new tabs. So in the old UI, the main tabs of Password Manager Pro, that is Home, Resources, Admin, have been moved from the header area. They will appear in the new UI. It will appear in the as a vertical layout on the left side of the UI with a new illustrative icons. Okay, so this is about it, and we have most importantly we have introduced three main tabs in the vertical layout, that is going to be groups, connections, and users. Okay, so let's look into them in detail. So resource group, earlier resource group is now called as groups. In this section, we have created only to list the resource groups that you have created in Password Manager Pro. In the old UI, resource group were available as a separate tab under the resources. Now, a dedicated section for resource groups from the main tab makes it easier for you to conduct group level operations, right? And enhancements which is done to the uh, groups tab is going to be the owner. Okay, so you can find the resource group owner in the screen itself. Apart from that, we have also added a display filter. Display filter will allow you to know whether the group is a criteria based group or a static group. You can just filter them, and once again whether the resource group has been created by you or it's been shared to you. Okay, which will be very useful to narrow down and find out the exact resource groups which you require, right? And the next one is going to be the connections, right? So the old one which said auto logon now is being renamed as connections, as I mentioned you earlier. So in order to launch RDP, SSH, Telnet, and SQL sessions, you can directly launch it from the connections tab, right, without multiple clicks. So that's one advantage over here. And the next one is going to be the users. Users tab has been marked to make user management simpler for administrators. Okay, so instead of accessing admin tab every time, you can now get a quicker way to find user and user groups. So we in the users, and we have both user and user groups. Okay, once again we have display filters here for user group also. Additionally, user actions have been combined into a single drop down as shown in this image. Okay, so in the older UI, you will have it as multiple options. You have separate buttons, but we have brought everything under a single user actions and as a drop down over here. All right. So this is another changes which has been made in the new UI. The next one is going to be links. Okay, so in the old UI, you had it as links, and we have provided few operations which you can directly click on, or you can directly go to these pages by clicking on the links. Okay, the same has been renamed as quick links in the latest version. Okay, so in the new UI, you will see a small icon over here. When you click on it, you will see the quick links, and you also have a search option here, which will make things easier for you. Okay, so this is another changes which has been made in the latest version. Uh, the next one is going to be the admin panel. Okay, just showing you the old UI. The admin tab in the old UI had four divisions, that is user, customize, general, and agents. Okay, whereas this in the new UI, it will have eight divisions. Okay, which are authentication, customization, settings, configuration, manage, integration, organization, and PMP agents. Once again. Okay, the in the new UI, the feature has also been reclassified or under new divisions, right? We have done away with the icons. Earlier, you will see icons for every feature here. We have just removed them and um, opting for a simple listing method over here. All right. So apart from it, we have also provided a search option to assist you in locating the required feature quickly. So you can simply search for it and find it out over here. So these are the changes which is done to the admin panel. The next one is going to be the resource actions. Okay, in the old UI, resource action such as share, edit, reports appear as illustrative icons like this. Whereas in the new UI, the options will be displayed under within a drop down menu under the resource action. So you will find resource action. When you click on it, you will have a drop down from where you can perform the same operations like sharing to a user, editing the resource, adding an account, etc. Okay, so this will make it simpler. And the very important change, or the very important screen which has been changed, is the sharing window. Okay, earlier, the resource and resource group add a individual share column in the old UI, just showing you the old UI. Okay. In the new UI, the share options have been moved to the drop down and of the resource actions, as I mentioned you earlier. Okay. The sharing has also been completely revamped. So if you look at the old UI, you have to move the users from left pane to right pane in order to give them view, modify, or manage permission. And once again, if you have a huge list of users, it's going to be really difficult for you to select them and move them, right? So in the new UI, we have made it much simpler. You can select for the usernames over here, and you can simply click on this change, and you can provide them either view and modify, and full access. So in the old user interface, the sharing permission were mentioned as view, modify, and manage, whereas the same thing has been renamed here as view passwords, view and modify passwords, and full access. Okay, so this is an important screen. You can individually grant the permissions, or you can also select the users in bulk and you can grant it from here, or you can revoke it from here. Okay, so this is one important screen, the password sharing screen, which has been enhanced a lot in the latest version. All right. So the next one is going to be changing the user roles. Okay. The in the old UI, you have to just go ahead, change. You will be able to select a particular users and change the role. Okay. So the UI window for change roles, an option which appears under the admin roles, has been redesigned for a better clarification. Only the look has been changed. Okay, so this is how you can change the role in the new UI. Okay, the feature functionality is the same, so only the look has been changed, but the functionality is kept as the same. All right, so that's about changing the roles. And the last one is do it yourself or drag and drop option. Okay, so in every tab, I mean, you will see a list of fields in the top, right? All these fields you can simply drag and drop based on your requirements. For example, you can just move the user actions next to the username, and role can be moved towards the last. Okay, so this functionality will make you to arrange whatever actions you need to perform based on your requirements. Okay, so this is the last change which has been made in the latest interface. All right. So, all right. So, these are some of the changes you will see in the latest version of Password Manager Pro. We made the new UI more intuitive and user friendly while still retaining the best features from the earlier design. I hope you enjoyed the new look of Password Manager Pro. Now let's see how to reach the latest version. Okay, so you can just go to Password Manager Pro, and you will see the upgrade packs URL over there, from where you can download it. And most importantly, you have to take a backup of the entire Password Manager Pro installation folder and store it in a different location. Okay, and in addition, if you're using MS SQL database as backend, we request you to take a backup of the database separately as well. Okay, so make sure both the application and database are backed up separately in a different location. This way, if anything goes wrong during the upgrade, okay, you can simply rely on the backup. Okay, so you need not I mean, you can just go ahead, restore the backup, and get the older version up and running, and you can contact our support team who will assist you further with the upgrade. All right, and yeah, so now it's time for questions which are being raised, and I will try to answer them one by one. So the first question is, can you tie into a domain account to log on to a Windows server via RDP? Can it challenge for a logon and password? Yes, you can very well log in to a domain member server using a domain account, all right, without revealing the passwords in clear text. Yes, it is very much possible. Okay, you can go ahead and connect to a server either using a local account, and we do have an option to connect using a domain account as well. Okay, so the next question is, on the resources page, is there a way to make Password Explorer column wider by default? This is a good question. Unfortunately, we don't have an option to go ahead and make it wider. However, we will definitely take this as a feature request, and we will try to implement that in one of our future releases. Okay. So how do we upgrade the high availability partner server? All right. Um, at present, I mean, it's not possible to upgrade the secondary server. Only the primary server has to be upgraded. Okay. So you have to break the high availability. When I say break the high availability, you have to just stop the Password Manager Pro service on the secondary and the primary server. Okay. And you will download the upgrade packs on the primary server, upgrade the primary server to the latest version. Then you will go ahead, stop the, I mean, you have to uninstall the product completely on the secondary server, make a fresh install of the same version, and then you have to reconfigure the HA. Okay, so unfortunately, as I told you, we don't have an option to upgrade the secondary server, but we are working on it. We will try to provide it in one of our future releases. Is there a place for larger paragraph or notes? I only see online notes location. Yes, we do have an option where you can go to I mean, when you're trying to add a account after creating a resource, when you try to add an account, we have a notes field. Okay, you can go ahead and add, multiple lines or a paragraph over there, and you should be able to do it. And we don't foresee any issues due to it. All right. So we do have a lot of questions. Okay. What we will do is, we will go ahead and with all these questions, we will just send you a reply. Once again, this session is completely recorded, and we will try to send you the recorded link. And if in case I have missed to answer any of your questions, I will go ahead and we will send you a complete list of questions along with the answers to all the attendees over here. All right. So if you have any feedback, you can please send an email to password manager pro-support at manageengine.com. Or if you have any questions which has not been answered or raised in this webinar, you can also send them to password manager pro-support at manageengine.com or praveenkumar.k at manageengine.com. Once again, thank you for joining the webinar. Hope this will help you to make use of the latest UI effectively. Have a nice day and cheers.